So I had a very quick, quiet chat to the teacher, just a bit of a coaching conversation around, look, we might be able to minimise the chances of this happening, because I just noticed, there was a bit of the process we didn't sort of meet there, but, all good. Everyone was happy. I left. Half hour later, that student's back in my office, and I'll go back in, do the chat, we sort it out, go back in and realise that a different part of the process had been missed. And again, I sort of went into this coaching mode, process default, which is what I was leaning on. I was tired, but I know I can deal with a process. And the teacher just started crying. And straight away I knew I'd stuffed up, that she didn't actually need me to be a process-driven leader at that point. She actually just needed to be an empathetic, supportive leader, and she just needed some support with a particular situation that was really challenging her because she was overwhelmed. So that's the sort of, I guess, the example of things throughout my career that have popped up, and I've had to sit back and go, actually, what do they need from me in that situation? Going into coaching mode wasn't appropriate. She knew the process. She's used it 100 times before, but she was communicating something different to me, but I'd misread the room a fair bit there. So, it's just understanding when you're in that space, how do you respond? Because that is going to impact how your team, your staff, the people around you respond. So,
yeah. So it's really about understanding human behavior and how you yourself respond to different situations. So in those circumstances, how do you actually support your staff to manage themselves when they do become overwhelmed? What sort of, I guess, do they also engage in some coaching or some personal development?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's encouraging that reflective practice. There's, I've never come across a teacher that has decided, woken up in the morning and gone, do you know what, today I'm going to do a terrible job and I'm going to go out of my way to really annoy some parents, and, I might really tick off the principal. That's just not in the natures of teachers. And we need to look beyond that, because if people are behaving in a way that we're perceiving it to be that way, I'd almost guarantee there's something else happening there. And that needs to be addressed in a way that's also appropriate. And, what pathway you take with that, again, or process, will depend on what's happening. But for this example with the teacher, that afternoon, I got her into my office and I apologised.